Hi everyone, I'm Bruce Schwartz. Thanks so much for stopping by. What are we looking at? We're looking at that UFO that I caught coming out of the crater's edge here. A strange light. We're going to look at it close up, then we're going to look at it different filters, and we're going to look at the structure in the center there. Just take a look at the object. There it is, peeking out. A light that comes out of, or a hole around the crater just appears there. In the center of this crater, we're seeing superimposed objects. Why are there objects over one another? They look symmetrical. They look like they're straight edged. One looks triangular. What is this? I think we're actually even seeing either two objects superimposed and one shadow, or three objects one over the other. Here, even closer, that UFO light there that's going to come out there. Look at that. It's the exact same light that we saw coming out of Copernicus. I'm going to get that video up right now. Let's take a look at that video, Copernicus, to compare these two, and we'll see that the light is very similar. I was a lot closer at Copernicus, but again, the same phenomenon, event that happened. It's not easy, and it takes a long time, and sometimes I'll do this for an hour or two and not find anything, but finding this, it's proof, and this is important proof. It's things that we've never seen before, because we're on the surface of the moon. We're not looking at over top between Earth and the moon. We're talking about on the surface. These objects are also large enough, probably a mile long at least, for us to be able to see them. The optics here, the same crater we saw at the beginning, the Jetsons pile up in the center. Look at on the outskirts in the dark, we do see a UFO there, and it's roaming the surface of the moon in various different craters. So what are they doing in the craters? Here in black and white, we'll see the same frame of that UFO. We're going to see a dark shadow come out, literally out of the darkness, right at the end of the arrow there. Keep watching. There it is. So I gather all the proof, little bits and pieces and snippets of proof and findings that at one point it's a gallery, a vast gallery of many objects. Look at this object, that looks triangular and also looks like its form changes. But again, whether it's the field around it that's changing or not, I don't know. I'm just showing you the raw proof or truth. In only a year and a half, I've been able to see, look at this, spraying on the moon, okay? What the heck, guys? I've even found some with a gas or color emanating that I'll even show you later on. UFO vanishes under clouds or smoke cover. Why is there smoke on the surface? It's literally flowing over the surface. Yes, I've been back there, and yes, it's still there. Look at this object. This object, all I can say, it is a moving, oscillating object that inside of it we could see other dark spots moving around inside that field or whatever, and look what happens. Do you see that yellowish glow? This is pretty amazing. We don't have to know what these things are to be amazed, because I don't have a clue what they are. And guys, using my common sense, I'm telling you, they look like they're alive, And heck, I'm using this as a basis to declare that. I mean, look what we're looking at. It's pretty revealing, seems to me, that, and yes, we're pressed up against the surface with my 14-inch telescope to look at these objects, and pretty clear enough for us to see that very jellyfish-like, looks like it's swimming through. And again, I've mentioned it once in a video. Guys, the tether incident, Tether, you have to look it up, you space buffs. If you guys are really into the space secrets and stuff, look up the tether incident. Straight up shot. Look at this. I caught this one. It disappears into the clouds, yes, or haze or smoke. I got it right here on camera. It's not a lie. There's a smoke or haze on the surface. Look here, another surface with smoke or haze, but look what happens underneath. And you'll see this object lights. Look what's going to happen in this object. It's hard to describe. I can't describe it. Just look at what's going on. You see the inside of whatever field or whatever's around it. And again, the reason why we're seeing a field around this, whatever this object is, I do believe, look at the lights on the surface, it's because of the cloud cover. That is why the surface looks uniform, meaning it all looks like a blanket all hugged together, because the cloud cover is giving us the impression that it's one flat surface at times. In reality, under the cloud cover, this is what's going on. Here we see UFOs dropping some kind of objects or lights emanating around the objects. We're seeing different types of UFOs, like this one, cigar-shaped cloud, okay, moving around with a light on the end of it. This is a live view in X-ray of the beautiful structures on the surface. Look what's here. That's a company or some type of activity. They're burning something. There's a fire down there, whether it's electrical or whatever type of fire or activity it is, it's activity. This is live. You know, I find it really funny also that these videos probably will not start being looked at really until maybe 5-10 years. When people start realizing, and when, you know, of course, the military, the media, whatever, whoever starts revealing, this is live. We're looking at structuring. And on the bottom there is what I believe is a machine, a piece of machinery, literally. This is amazing. And look at the light source. That's just one light source. And the more you slow down the footage, the more you clarify and zoom in, the more light sources there are. We can clearly see a constructed object here going into the ground. And by the way, this is Copernicus crater. We're just a few miles from the bottom of the crater itself, and we're seeing light sources leave these objects. They're power sources. Just west of Plato crater, there are objects there with a transient lunar phenomenon that is well known to emanate colors in the back of Plato crater. Now, at the end of this supposed rille or whatever line of ejecta, very symmetrical line, we see a burning fire source. And in the last few videos, I posted this exact footage close up. There's an actual UFO that is flying by right now that we can't even see.